Hey everybody, it's Mike and John again. Uh, so just to kind of give you one of familiarity, there's a system of how many caves? One, two, I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 caves in the Caves of Chaos. Mike and his a band of merry men here have gone through 3 of them. Did you know that?
3 of them, yeah.
And what's funny about it was like it's pretty. I don't know what the word is for it. Pretty bloody. Pretty bloody the path you're leading here.
Yeah, it's bloody. But Callus also went through another one in which there was a Minotaur. That was the first night that I played with.
That was I. You've done 4 of them. So yeah, you've gone through 4 of them.
I just know that I'm not going back in there again. We gotta.
That's the piece that was added there. Yeah, you're fine. That's right. You did do that one.
Yeah, we got some part of this. You said it was a part of that scepter. Yeah. Army. Yeah. And I take it we turned that into Lord Binfor.
Yeah, Lord Binfor has it.
Yeah.
Because I forgot the whole ins and outs. Now I admit I have not. Of all the things to do, I left my note card here, and I did not update the booty sheet of all the loot you got. But you can ask me. I can add to whatever's on that page that you click on that shows you everything that you got.
Okay.
But you got a ton of loot. I mean, you can just go through it and say how much do I have of this, and I can always tell you. It's not a big deal. So we're gonna pick up at the inn, okay? Because you just got done doing whatever and whatnot. Talking to Lord Binfor. Actually, we could start with Lord Binfor. Where do you want to start with this? This is up to you.
Okay. We got done talking to Lord Binfor, and he sent us to the inn. So let's go back to the inn.
Sure.
And so this is the evening this is the same day that we returned, right? So this is that night.
Okay. So this is Jonas and Millie. They're the innkeepers, right?
Okay.
They've actually taken care of you once or twice before. You've been in and out. Millie's very, very quiet. She just kind of bustles about, like putting meals on tables and stuff like that. And then obviously she's in charge of, like, there's one of the persons, the cleaning staff lady, who kind of comes in and out of. I mean, she's not there enough that she would be someone that would talk to, right?
Right.
Jonas is a rather, like, he's a healthy guy. Turns around and he of course gets a lot of travelers coming in and out because adventurers come to see what they can pull out of the caves, honestly. So he sees a lot of people come and go. He's seen a lot of travelers.
Sure.
So at the time you come in, obviously he turns around and he sees you guys and he says, "Oh, you guys get the nice room for tonight." Again, compliments of Lord Binfor. He's actually funding this adventure here, from what I've heard. So he says that you probably you should go over to the spicy ale if you want to get something to eat. Basically, we're just an inn. We just house you guys. We don't really feed anybody like this. So he turns around and he asks if you guys want to basically, there's a change of clothes. Do you want to put your armor and your swords and everything up there in your rooms? I mean, because basically people don't really walk around all armed up here at the keep. You got a wall. You know what I'm saying? You're fine.
Yeah. No, we definitely thank you, Master Innkeeper. We certainly would like that room. We are tired, and is there any way that you can provide us with is a bath come with this?
Yes, he says. Unfortunately, you'll have to go in shifts because got to empty the water and fill it back up. We only have one tub, but Millie makes the water real hot, and we clean the tub real good between the adventurers. We'll make sure that you're taken care of. So, who would want to go first? Who would you want?
No, I certainly understand. Callus says I will go first. And then Lanwean said me. And the dwarfs and Callon says I'll go last. And I will get my own water. And
so he says, okay. So he sends Billy back over to the back of back part of the inn, there's obviously something you can hear kind of like a giant fire going into the fireplace, and they have what you can see is all of a sudden you see steam coming out because they're actually have giant kettles of water that they're kind of cooking back there. I mean, they're giant cast iron things just for doing this one thing. They're the one big bathhouse in the keep itself, right? So he's got that going on. So I don't know, like one of them will be out and they'll have to do the water. They're going to cycle in and out 20 minutes or so. So the cool thing about this is that the inn is basically juxtaposition to the alehouse. Yeah. So if you want, there's a door that goes from the alehouse into the inn. So the other three can go to the alehouse and start tying one on while, Callus is taking his bath.
Yeah, no, actually, Callus says I'd like to see everybody up in the room first. Okay. So we all go into the room, and
well, she's got pulled the bath anyways. That's right. Good.
Yeah, and then what we're gonna do is basically we have all this treasure that's in a bag, right? And stuff. He's got one last spell tonight or today to cast. So he casts that detect magic. He just wants to make sure. I know that you've been telling me. I just want to make sure that there's nothing in there that we missed. So there's no gems on any swords that are glowing, and
it looks like the three things of interest. Well, the potion was drank.
Yeah.
You don't have the Eye of Gamush anymore. That's gone, right? But you have the shield. Yeah. The shield is good, and you have the scroll. Are the only things that you picked up of valuable. That's.
And then the other things that are glowing on us, I guess, because we're in that rope.
Yeah, well, the rope. Somebody has the rope of climbing on them. Somebody has. Yeah. I mean, other things you acquire, but nothing of the stuff you pulled just now. No.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Great. And then, Callus says, "I'm going to. I'll go for the bath first, and then I'll meet you over at the food." And Callon says, "I'm just going to stay here. I'm not. I'm a little." Obviously, Lanwean and Dale are going to go grab some food.
Okay, cool. So they journey over. I guess Callon, his journey is going to be taking care of himself.
Callon's going to he's going to be up in the he's going to be there with. So in one sense, he's basically guarding the treasure, guarding all the stuff that they leave. But he's also going to be cleaning his gear. He's going to fix his own rations. He kind of provides for himself.
Oh, interesting. Cool. Nice.
He's a
self-sufficient kind of guy. He's not concerned on it. Cool. So at this point, when you journey the last two, Dale and Callon. No, I'm sorry, Dale. Lanwean. They meet Tabak, the owner of the Spicy Ale Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big, burly-looking dude. Yeah, he's sitting there cleaning glasses, having a good time. He sees the two guys. He goes, back already?
Yeah.
And that's his famous line he says to everybody when they show up at his ale house. Back already? Like they never really leave kind of thing, right? So he walks over and he goes, what can I get you two people of great stature?
Dale says, I'll take 2 of your finest ales. That's for me. I don't know what he's drinking. And what do you have on the spit?
We have a roasted beast over there. It looks over like that, and it looks like the turkey, but he's making it sound like more than what it is, right? He says, we're down to the last bits now. It's getting kind of late, so people like the other price. We're down to the thigh. But we do have the oyster part. The oyster part's quick. That up where the tail is, it meets right there. Oh, that's really good.
No, bring it.
We do have potatoes that have already been cooked up. We'll bring them on your plate too.
It'd be great. And,
so, are you the ones that Binfor's putting out money for?
Lanwean says, "Yes, we are." He kind of pokes his chest out. And Dale says,
So you're his new group of adventurers. This is like the third party he's hired to do work for.
Third party.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and get you guys some food. You guys go ahead and sit at the table over here. And he turns around and walks off and starts going to get the stuff. Yep. First thing comes over as a barmaid. She brings you your ale, and she doesn't bring anything from Lanwean. He never said anything. He just
Lanwean. I'll take one of those. Do they come in a big size?
and then he sits there for a minute and he's talking, and all of a sudden, from across the room, somebody comes walking up. Okay, I'm gonna have to jump back to get him. Finnegan Otep walks up. He's a halfling.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh my lord!" He says, "Another halfling in the keep of Lord Binfor." Hi, I'm Finnegan Otep, and I am telling you right now, I have not seen one of my own kind in such a long time. So, what are you? Stout, Lightfoot? What are you?
Oh, my name is Will Whitfoot, but my friends call me Lanwean. That way, you know. But yeah, hey, I'm a Lightfoot. And I'm from the Shire. Why don't you sit down and you can buy me a drink?
Did you? I guess so. He turns around and he has a little tiny aperitif glass that looks like, it's not even like it's like a little crystal thing you're drinking a cordial or something like. Who knows? I mean, so he turns around, and he sits down, and sure enough, he calls over. He knows the lady by name.
Yeah.
Comes over and she goes, "Oh, Finnegan." And he goes, "Don't worry, you know I tip like that." And so she brings him one, and he goes like this, gets 101 for his new friend Lanwean.
Yeah.
So he says, so you're in hire for Lord Binfor. I heard Tavik speaking right there. Yeah. So what are you doing for him?
You know, going to strange places, talking, you know, looking for strange things. I'm hanging around with there's this ranger, there's this magic user, and you know, sometimes they need a little guy to step in somewhere and kind of grab something when nobody else is looking. I don't know. But I do like playing cards. You want to play cards?
When you're having this discussion, he attempts to lift something off you, and he does a really bad job of you.
Okay.
You catch him. I just rolled. He sucks at lifting. He tried to see whether or not you had any gems or anything of worthwhile on you that he would.
Sure.
So he's trying to chat you up. I'm just letting you know it's a failed roll.
I understand.
But you catch him. I don't know how Lanwean's going to take this.
Sure. Lanwean just starts laughing, and he gives them the Thieves Guild finger sign.
Okay.
And then he pulls out his dagger. He starts cleaning his nails, and he goes, "You know, my last new friend that did that didn't wake up the next morning."
And then Finnegan goes, "Oh, sure enough. I was just seeing what you had on you. I was just seeing if I'm seeing where you're at with the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You know where you're at with the whole thing. You know what I mean, don't you? Yeah. Right.
At this point, Lanwean is going to try to distract him and try to pick his pockets.
Okay, you're gonna go. So what is pickpocket on your roll? What do you have to do?
He has to get over an 8.
Okay, go ahead. He's gonna do it, I'm sure.
A 10. Yeah.
And so he turns around, and what you get is like 4 silver pieces out of his pocket without him knowing.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, he took that much off of him. But
Okay.
enough.
Well, and then what Lanwean does, Lanwean gives him back his 4 silvers and goes, "I can't take your last 4 silvers. You're my new best friend." Gives it to him.
So then Finnegan makes this face. He's like, "Oh, I like you. I like you. You're awesome." So you're usually us little folk like this. People don't understand who we are and what we do, but clearly you've been trained very well. Was your dad in the trade? If you know what I mean, in the trade.
Yeah. Well, if I knew who my dad was, if you find him, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just things just kind of happen to fall in our pockets. It just happens, you know. It's not, you know, we're just like looking at things.
He turns around, he leans in real close to talk to you, but he's not picking. He puts his hands up to show he's not going for something. He goes, "I have a mark here at the end of the bar. He comes there every night. People say he has lots of money. He's a boozer. We call him the Gadfly, and he likes to drink a lot. I say we see what's on him, but I think he knows too much about me. But he doesn't know about. Maybe you can go through and find out what kind of stuff. I mean, I'll make the mark. You go ahead and you do your job, and maybe we'll split the wares. What do you think about that?"
Yeah, you know, as much fun as this is, this little conversation that we're having right now, let me introduce you to Dale. Dale happens to be our group's cleric, and Dale's glaring at them. And he's saying, and I'll be having none of that from you two wee folks. But he says, but you know, later on, maybe we can have some fun. But right now, I gotta talk to my buddy Dale here, and we gotta get some food, and I gotta get a little bit of rest. So, but I plan on. I think Callon said we might be able to spend the day tomorrow around here.
Yeah. So Dale, is he still all garbed up like this, or what?
Yes. Yeah, he did not.
Armor off or nothing. He's all spruced out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Lanwean, of course, is looking like Lanwean.
Yeah.
Which module did you steal that from? Don't lie to me. I know that's from.
No, it's actually not from a module. It is from the Expert Edition guide for basic D&D.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
There used to be a little female behind him, and there was a fighter in front of him. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. That's I remember now. Okay, that's cool.
What I did is I kind of cut him out, and then I copied and pasted it, and then I redrew the sword a little bit, and you can still see her hand a little bit on his arm. Anyway.
Oh, you look like you did a good job. So I'm just showing this for if anybody ever, I don't think anybody's watching these things, but if they ever do, they can get an idea what these guys look like. Obviously, Callon and Callon obviously look very serious about what they're doing. And of course, this guy's not serious at all. He has that going on, right? So let's put back on the other page. Hold on a second. Wait, let's go back to, where is it? Here we go. Yeah. So Finnegan is like, so he says it's probably best, because I'll be honest with you, it's like, yeah, you get caught stealing inside the keep. You go to the stocks. So maybe it's best we didn't,
Well, especially since right now, one of the probably biggest marks we got is this Binfor fella. I mean, he's putting us up in a room. He's letting us go out. And I'm telling you, the things out here, I'm not saying it's easy pickings because, well, you heard of poor Alfred, right?
He stops you in the middle of a sentence, and he looks up and down the bar.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about Lord Binfor.
Oh, no. He's been really good to us. But what I'm saying is...
No. Let's not. I don't think you get the whole thing here.
Okay. Well, maybe you could fill me in later when we're not so many people around.
Well, I mean, I heard that some people say he has 3 daughters. This is what I heard. This is what I've done. 3 daughters. His wife gets murdered. The youngest daughter gets disfigured in the face. And he claims that he stopped the whole thing from happening. And I don't know. The 2 oldest weren't there, but the youngest daughter was there when the mother got killed. It's really confusing. And now so the mom's gone, and he looks around a little bit and he says, but then the grandmother moved in, and now she was in here, but they kicked her out of the other side of the wall. She's back over here. She's real close to she's actually really close to the inn, actually, when I think about it. So yeah, her and the younger daughter stay here, and then the other ones live a nice lifestyle over in I would love to live in that castle area, but from what I heard, it's like the daughter thinks that the father was somehow involved with the death of the mother, and that's why she won't even talk to him. She really despises him, but she only stays here because of the grandmother. She's scared if she left, something would happen to her. And I don't know. Like I hear mixed stories. I don't know if any of it's true. All I know is that, I mean, I think everybody has a dark side. Everyone, people like him a lot, but I don't know. I mean,
I'm with you. You can't trust anybody that won't take care of their family.
Why don't he won't find a new wife? I don't know. Something's like some people say that he's become more serious. He used to be really laughable, and he doesn't laugh at anything anymore. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, and keep in mind, I've only been here at the keep for 3 years or so, and I just I work over with Naaman now. But what I'm just telling you right now is the fact that I really do think that there may be more to the story with him. I don't know what it is. I just don't trust the guy, honestly. I mean, and that means a lot maybe coming from a thief. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing.
Oh, I did have a question for you.
And just then the gadfly yells from down the table. and he tells Finnegan to shut up and buy him a drink. But go ahead. You were going to say something?
Lanwean gives Finnegan a silver piece. I'll write that down.
Okay.
He pulls out a silver piece and he says, "I'll buy the guy a drink for you. But you say it's from you. Do you know where I could get some smoke bombs?"
Oh, Finnegan goes, "Yeah. You need to talk to Seamus McClure.
Seamus
McClure will get you a smoke bomb in a hurry. But yeah, sometimes he doesn't hang out front. Sometimes he's there. I don't know. It depends on the time of day."
Is it and he would be at Naaman's place?
No. He's out in the streets. He doesn't go into play. You understand?
Oh.
He's a pretty seedy guy. And then the guy starts yelling from down the table the whole time. He goes, "Finnegan, everybody's tired of your crap. You're just a little liar. You're a little person that lies. Little lies from a little man." Clear, this guy's like over the top, inebriated, drunk as hell, right? And sometimes he's sloshing his ale in his cup. And he goes, "There's too many little people in here. It's making me a little sick." And he's like being like a real So then he walks over. He kind of gets off his thing, walks over, and he puts his hand on top of the back of Finnegan, and like to act like he's going to pat him on the back, but instead he shoves him. So Finnegan takes like 4 or 5 jerky steps over, and he holds on to like the chair next to him and stands back up. And he goes, "I guess you've met him now." He says, "Look, I prefer not this type of company." And Finnegan just kind of walks off, and he actually leaves out the door. So now you're next to this guy right here, who's drunk. He smells horrible. Smells of liquor like you wouldn't believe. However, he does have like a fine vestment coat hanging on the back of the chair he was sitting at. He walks over and he goes, "So you're one of his? Are you his brother or something?" Like he's in a drunk state, like you believe. Says, "And why would a dwarf ever hang out with something like you?"
Lanwean says, "Oh my, man, your parents must have taught you really good manners."
And he looks at, he goes, he has that stupid drunk look. Like, "What are you trying to say to me?"
Dale now stands up and says, "I'll be having none of that."
Look. He goes there, he looks, he goes, "Look, I'm not talking to you. If I was talking to you, I wouldn't any lip off you, I pull it off your mouth. I don't want anything off of you. I'm talking to this little thing right here. Clearly, you're in cahoots with that Finnegan guy, and if you guys think you're going to somehow make a mark on me and try to rob me blind, I am friends with Lord Binfor, and before you know you both be in the stocks and have fruit thrown at you all day long for what you've done. I might make them cut off your fingers, too."
Well, let's see. Dale's in his plate mill armor.
Okay.
And no, we don't want to. Okay, yeah, I know what we'll do. Dale will say, "Buy more."
Taffy comes walking over
Yeah.
to the Gadfly, and he goes, "Gadfly, are you seriously picking on some of my patrons? Look, I'm about ready to tell you, just take your money and go home today. You've had your enough. You had your fill. You need to go. These guys are doing nothing to you. You come over, you're picking on them. Finnegan's left. Now you're chasing these guys up. I won't have money in my bar if you keep running your mouth. You sit in the corner and be quiet, or you just need to go home for the night. Do you understand me?" And just then, the Gadfly is sitting there going like, "Well, I'm done anyways. All your ale tastes like piss water." And he turns around and he walks back and grabs his coat. And just then a small bag falls out of it and lands on the floor. And he turns around and he starts walking out the door, unbeknownst to him.
All right. And so a small bag fell out of his pocket. So
Right.
Did Dale see it or did Lanwean see it?
Lanwean.
Oh, Lanwean. But Dale didn't see it.
Well, if you want, why don't you roll for both of them and see if they both saw it? Okay, the guy with the highest, actually the one with the lowest wisdom score will be perception, okay?
All right.
So roll for Lanwean first. Whoever rolls the lowest is the one that's going to see it.
13.
That's Lanwean. Roll for the other guy.
9.
Okay, Dale saw it.
So Dale saw it. Dale says, excuse me, my drunken friend, you dropped something.
And so he stands up. He goes. He reaches down, about falls over, grabs onto the chair, picks it back up, and he goes, "This is not for you." And he turns around. He sticks it in his coat like this, and turns around and starts walking out the side door and goes out into the alley. Stumbles his way out of there. Right.
All right.
Clearly beyond inebriated.
Yeah. Lanwean says, I gotta go to the Jacks. And so I gotta go to the bathroom. So Lanwean pops up. He's gonna make his way to the Jacks, but he's gonna step outside, and I'm gonna try to pickpocket him.
Okay, let's do that roll. So he's
Yeah.
gonna be stumbling this way.
Yeah.
That way he's gonna walk in this way and going down here. He's in the furthest house down here is his
Well,
residence.
I'm gonna try to catch up to him before he gets to the. I'm gonna try to.
Now
I'm gonna
someone
try
is, there's a guy standing here out in this alleyway. There's a person standing there. FYI. Where number 11 is. It's a dude standing there.
Just Finnegan?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can.
Finnegan's place is here.
Yeah.
This is some guy standing out there. You don't know who he is, but he's just
All right.
standing.
I'm
So
just
you
gonna pretend like I'm walking back towards the end.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll make a roll.
do it. Go for it.
14.
Well, you had to beat what on the pickpocket? You had to beat
I
like
think it's
an
an 8.
Yeah, you can have a problem with that.
8. Yeah.
Yeah, so you basically go over and as he's walking over there, he has it down his pouch. You just kind of slip over and you kind of go. You want to describe the pickpocket because this
Oh
is-
sure. No, I just I just kind of bend down a little. Well, I kind of hurry up a little bit, get near him, then I kind of bend down and I kind of just reach underneath his pouch and get that bag that he got, and I just take it out from right without him knowing it, and excuse me, and I bend down to like tie my shoe.
So he just kind of looks over and he kind of makes it look like he's trying to spit on you, but he's like drunk, so he kind of misses entirely, and just continues on his walk all the way down towards the end right here of this row of private houses, okay, or little apartments, okay. So when you get there, I mean, you're gonna open up the bag and take a look.
Not in public. I'm gonna
Not out here where people can see me going.
I'm gonna secret it away, and I'm gonna go back to the tavern, pretend like nothing happened, and make sure that I get my little frosty brew, and eat, and then this gastro thing, man, that roast beef's going right through me. So I'm gonna then go look to see if I can go back to the Jacks again, and then I'm gonna look when I'm in the toilet what's in the bag.
Okay. What you see is it's a bag. It has like 5 rings in it, except the gems are not in it. And what they do is they look like a ring that would hold a gem, except on the side before you get to where the gem would be, you have no idea what it would be. It has the letters LB written on the side of the ring.
Oh, damn. Lord Binfor. All right. Well, those are marked.
They won't be selling those for money.
Literally.
There's like 5 from what you see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No gem, just the gold part. So it's like, part done rings, not totally finished. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So they're rings in progress.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm gonna secret them away in my little secret container on me spot, and go back and finish some food.
Okay. So as you're eating and devouring things and enjoying yourself, right? Eventually, Callus is done with bath time. Comes walking in all prim and proper, and he's powdered himself. Whatever he would do, who knows, right? he comes in. I don't know whose turn it is to go up there and start like.
Yeah,
shoving.
he's gonna sit down at the same table, and he's going to order
Vegetarian diet.
some red wine and a little bit of food.
Okay.
And Lanweon's going to go up and go into the room because I guess all four of them are sharing one room, right?
Yeah, kind of the setup. Yeah.
So he's going to get ready to take his bath. Now Lanweon has two sets of clothing. He has a really colorful set of clothing and a dark set of clothing that he was wearing adventuring. Yeah. It's on my card. So he's going to go take his bath, but he's going to bring his colorful clothing to put on.
Nice. Gotta love this guy. He's not scared of being him, right? That's awesome.
And so he's going to go take his bath, and he'll take a quick bath. But what he's also going to do is, and he's going to tuck that bag of rings that say LB on it into his backpack, deep in the bottom of his backpack.
Okay, cool.
Then he's going to take a bath. Then when he's done taking a bath, by that point, Dale should be done eating, and then Dale will go take his bath. At that point, he's going to take his plate mail armor off. He's going to have Callon help him. Takes a little while to take off the plate mail armor. He's going to go take a bath. Then after his bath, he's going to go back and he's going to stay in the room with the treasure that we got, and Callon will go take his bath and then come back to the room. Callon is a little bit concerned about this curse that they heard about, and so he's being really, really quiet. And Dale says, well, maybe we can have the priest bless you, or there is a remove curse. I don't know if he knows it.
Are you talking in the bar area?
No, we're talking in the bedroom. We're in the bedroom area. It's just Callon and Dale. But then Dale. Well, Dale will go back down after Callon has his bath, and Callon's staying in the room. He's not in, and he'll go down and sit with Lanweon and Callus, and he'll mention that Callon is really concerned about this curse thing. So tomorrow, I need to go talk to Father Tabor. Is that what it is?
Tabor, right?
Tabor. I'll go talk to Father Tabor and see if he can do a remove curse spell.
So Tavik comes walking over. He says, "What's wrong? What a long face?" He says, "We don't get much half elven folk in here." He said, "But normally they don't look as distraught as you do."
Well, my brother we've stumbled upon some magic. Does this keep have a magic user, a mage, a wizard of some repute? We've already met the priest.
Well, there's Halifax the sage. I don't know if he can help. There's Deborah the apothecary. There's we have several people. Of course, the king has his main wizard.
What is his main wizard?
Aurelius Knock. But I don't know if I trust him much. He looks like, I think he covers his ears, but he looks kind of pretty dark skinned for me. He never goes out in the light. So I don't really trust this guy. So I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Has he ever come here for a drink?
Never seen him. He always stays inside with the advisor.
Huh.
I think the advisor Maximilian.
Oh, that okay.
Now the king, they stay with the king a lot. So I don't know. I'm surprised you haven't met him up there yet. And basically, I guess you're not in the quote-unquote king's inner circle. I mean, surprisingly, late at night, the king may come down here and have an ale, and he talks to me. He is actually such a great guy, or he used to be. He doesn't do it anymore. He actually invited me one time to dinner at his house. This is a long time ago with his daughters and everything. But something happened. He just doesn't seem the same anymore. But at one point in time, he was very friendly with everybody. He would invite all the merchants in this town at least one night, maybe 2 nights a year. They would come in and they would have dinner just with him. If you were in the town, he would take care of you. And what's interesting is like they some of the businesses left. The general's now taking that big house right next to us, Marcus. And I don't know. I think he's kind of nothing personal. He seems a little happy about the fact that there's such turmoil over here on the outer in the borderlands because, for some reason, I don't know. I think his economic progress stepped up because of things that are occurring. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
The town guards all seem pretty good, except for once you get to the gatehouse, the one that goes to the inner wall. Yeah, they're different. They're just not. They're just
the gatehouse folks. Gotcha.
Well, the gatehouse. There's the one that separates us, like this area where the inside where Binfor is, right? But if you talk to some of the town guards here, Tarbash, he's been around for a long time. Great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's noticed it too. He's noticed a change. And just to let you know, just a while back there was a situation with another set of adventurers, and I think I saw you hanging out with them. I did see you with them.
Klaus, yeah, I would.
Oh yeah, that those two guys. There was, and they called it a doppelganger. They tried to pose themselves as Lord Binfor, and they followed him back into this thing. And yeah, they happened over at Naaman's place, got a box into a corner, and sure enough, this person, from what I heard, was posing as Tabar's love interest from way back when. She was manipulating the priest. It was very confusing. I don't know the story, but in the end, I mean, it's a small place. I mean, you hear everything's going on. That Klaus and this thief called Lumick put an end to this doppelganger who eventually dissolved away in front of everybody. And they actually found Lord Binfor tucked in all the way in the back of one of the caves. He was tortured.
Oh my Lord.
He has a scar down his face. If you go talk to Lord Binfor, he has a scar that runs down his face. That he didn't have that till he got pulled out of the caves. And that's why he's been like so friendly with the adventurers and been sending them out. He wants that gone, but he's also been very interested in what they're looking for. It's very confusing. I don't know. It seems like he's as much interested in that whatever that evil thing they're supposed to be looking for is as they are, maybe just to get rid of it. I don't know. It's just very confusing. All I know is that he's not the same, and he's a great guy. The thing with his daughters, especially his youngest daughter, he loves her so much, but she usually comes in here with her mom about this time. They usually get whatever we have left over, and I let them stay down. I own the place just at the corner. I let them stay they won't take any of his money. They're so mad at Lord Binfor, and I don't know what it is. I just kind of a peacekeeper here because I hear everyone's problems. It's kind of my job.
Yeah.
He goes, there she is. She's coming right now with her grandmother. So if you wanna, I'll introduce you.
Please.
You want to talk to her? That's fine.
Oh,
so
that'd be great, Tabak. Yeah.
We come around, and sure enough, the grandmother comes walking in. Right? She's kind of smoking the pipe. She's dressed really nice. Right? So she's not putting past the fact that she at one time was well off. And the youngest daughter is called Saneese, and she walks in. She does have a scar down the side of her eye, and she walks in. They both kind of just look around the bar a little bit. It's late at night, so there's not that many. There's barely anybody in there except for you.
Certainly.
And then when she says, I'll get you what's left over. I'll be there in a second. So he goes back and he gets the rest of the rolls that are left over, any potatoes that have been cooked that no one took, right? And he takes what's remaining of the turkey that was not, no one had. And he puts it all together and he's wrapping it up together. He says, before you go, I want you to meet somebody new in town. We have new people in town. Yeah. So he brings them over, all right? And just to start with, Luna herself is just... Luna is completely really not interested in meeting you or greeting you. She just kind of looks and she's kind of off to herself a little bit. She's, I think, very embarrassed about her socioeconomic status, right? But she sits there for a little bit. She has the stuff, her wares in her hands. She kind of looks like this. The daughter, on the other hand, she makes a glancing look at you and says, "Well, too far." She looks at you and says, "Another one of my father's stooges. Why do I want to meet them?" And then she turns around and she goes, "We're done here." And then she grabs her grandmother by the arm because her mother's dead, right? And just starts to walk out the door. Just totally makes a beeline for the door.
Sure. Callus stands up and says, "It was a pleasure to meet you." And Dale stands up and in his very formal dwarven manner says, Madame, very, very nice to meet you. And Leon says, bye.
he's all this colorful frocking look. He's like 1960s British, TV host or something.
Yes, there's a lot of flair, a lot of yellow.
He's not hiding anything, right?
No.
So Tavik says, yeah, there's something there, families,
Yeah.
I like the idea of them, just not my own. That's what he said. It's usually the case. He says, yeah, hopefully they work out whatever they have going on. That's a real pretty girl. It's a shame she's got that scar on her face. That happened during the time, when stuff went wrong, Yeah. Yeah. And, I think that's going to forever weigh on that poor girl's heart. And obviously her grandmother, the mother's, mom there, she blames Lord Binfor. So there's all this, and they won't accept any handouts except just for me, it looks like. So a couple times they try to go on a journey to leave the keep. I refuse to let them. I keep telling them they cannot make it by themselves. 2 women out there in the Borderlands, they won't last long.
Where would they want to go?
They keep saying anywhere but here.
I understand.
Yeah. It's a little crazy.
If we could ever be of assistance, please let us know. You have been more than helpful. And how much do we owe you for all of?
I was told Lord Binfor's picking up the bill for all this. This is the deal. I love adventurers. I love people that come in because it seems like we get new people. Otherwise, the keep would just be the keep, and we get nobody knew it. Second thing is, like, whenever we get adventurers, the crazy stuff outside these walls seem to die down a little bit because they're moving things out in there. I never really found out where you guys were from anyways. Where did you come from?
That is awfully generous of you, of Lord Binfor, and awfully generous of you. But let us at least be able to give you a tip for all of your wonderful service. And I give them three gold pieces.
Wow! I tell you what, I like company like yours. Anytime you want to come, you go ahead and you visit. And I'm telling you, can I tell you one more piece of advice since you gave me this tip? I'll tell you this. Phineas mentioned Seamus McClure. I'm telling you right now, for an alchemist, he's 50-50.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if you want to invest in some of his shenanigans or...
But you think Deborah, the apothecary, might be able to provide
There's a chance when purchasing anything you want from him that it may backfire on you. I'm just being honest. I mean, he is kind of a night merchant. He usually stands outside on the street corner. I mean, if you want to go out there, and about this time is usually when he's out there. He's not going to be during the day when the guards are out too much roaming about, but you can probably see him for a little bit. He'll probably be out there. He looks up, and he kind of looks out the window, looking at the position of the moon in the sky. He might be out there about now if you want to go take a look. But
we really appreciate it. I'm going to go. I have to do some studying tonight. Dale says, yeah, it's getting kind of late. And Lanwean says, I don't know. I might, okay, well, I might go for a stroll. I don't know. So,
it's going to go bad. All right.
They go back to the room. Callus is going to study his magic for the next day, and he's studying the web spell. He gets it twice.
Okay.
And he's studying magic missile twice, and he's studying detect magic. No, yeah, he needs to study detect magic once. That's what he's going to study for tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know, is at every night. Well, Dale can still cast 2 cure wounds, I guess. No, well, he only did 1 today. So can Dale cure Callon of wounds, or he can't with the? Because Callon's the only one that's still affected by the eye.
The curse, right?
Save. So so Callon's gonna have a restless night, but
he can get cure light wounds. He's not going to get restful sleep, so he's not going to get hit points back for
Gotcha.
Number 1 hit dice you get when you retire for the night. He's not getting it.
Yeah. So Dale's going to do Cure Light Wounds on him.
Sure, go ahead and roll out. Let's see what happens.
A 6.
Yeah. 6 plus 6,
1.
he's got 32. Oh, plus 1.
Yeah.
32.
So he's at
33 out of 40?
Yeah, 33 out of 40.
Okay. He's looking good.
And I guess, well, no, he just got level. Yeah, because he only had 2 for the day, so I don't know if he has another one or not in him.
Another one? No, did he use one in the field?
Yeah, he used one in the field, and he used one, but now he gets 3 spells a day. But he leveled up. But let's just say that he's done with his spells.
Okay, all right.
And
he has to get the new one. All right, that's fine. Anyways, so at his
but
if you want, you could go ahead and you could give a roll of prayer if you want to see if you can pull something out of it. Like,
okay,
you want to, let's give him a roll. Let's do 50-50 that he, it comes to him. Let's just
okay.
So if he rolls above, let's say 11 on,
Okay.
and he's able to do another heal, let's say on Callon.
All right.
Let's see.
11.
Yeah, there you go. So do a 1d6 and see what he gets.
Another 6. Wow.
All right. So 6, he's up to like 30 plus 7. He's at 40.
He's at 40. So he's completely healed.
Yeah.
Except for the curse.
Except for the curse, and we don't know how the curse is going to affect him.
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll find out as things progress, like anything, right? So
And Blessed is the second level spell, so he doesn't have that. Okay. All right. So Dale heals Callon. Callus is going to study, but then he also gets. Well, I can roll for the points later. Dale doesn't need it.
Roll now. He's not coming out. Go ahead and roll it. 1d4.
Yeah. Okay. So he just rolls a 1d4.
Right.
1.
So he's at 24.
Yeah. All right. And Lanwean changes back into his dark clothes with his dark cloak, and says, "I gotta go to the Jacks."
He's got to dress up for it. That's awesome. Please.
Callus is like, this is not gonna be good. Anyway, so Lanwean just quietly steps out of the inn.
Okay.
And he's looking for Seamus.
Yeah, consider it's pretty much vacated except for this gentleman over here sitting down here in the dark.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of saunter my way over there. Not like going directly, just kind of like I'm walking, going for a walk. And as I get near him, I say, "Seamus?"
And he kind of looks at you a little bit and he goes, he says, Finnegan sent you, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. How'd you know? The height differential?
Yeah, that's what they do. He says, what do you need?
What I'm looking for are some smoke bombs. I'm looking for some caltrops. And do you have any, 4 or 5 small earthen pots that I could possibly fill with liquid?
He gets this really dark look. He's staring at you like this. He says, I don't have anything like that on me right now, but I can get it for you for tomorrow. I mean, you're talking about stuff I got to make. You're talking about me making earthen vessels. Like, how big? The size of your fist?
Yeah, if you wanted to make Shire Fire. Shire Fire is when we put a little bit of oil in something and we put like a cloth on it and we light it and we throw it like hell, and then you get this big boom because it's the oil from the lamp oil. And
yeah, I can make. Yeah, I make something better than that.
Oh, what do you make better than that?
Well, don't you worry. It's just better. It's kind of like you mix a couple of things. One of them is the lye soap that we make. He makes that with a little bit of a petroleum. Actually, it's kind of like some oil, kind of distract. Yeah, you kind of heat it up first, and it's hard to explain. All I know is that when you get it, it makes a nice boom. It's not just a little boom.
Ooh, okay. Oh no, that
And
sounds
it
great.
throws, it's kind of like it looks like a jelly you put on toast. It just lands on things and it stays a lot. But like I said, I can make this stuff. It's just going to cost you quite a bit. Actually.
Instead of Shire Fire, I'm gonna call that Seamus Fire.
Yeah, no, you don't. You leave my name out of all this. I don't want to be involved. You're going to start calling my name out here about these things. These are. I'll get thrown out of the keep again. I'm lucky I'm standing here in the street right now.
I got you. All right, then I'm
So
gonna.
how many of these do you want? I mean, I can make these, no problem. But how many you want?
I'd like at least have like a half dozen, 6 of what those things you're talking about, and how much for smoke bombs?
Okay, well, there's 2 different types.
Okay.
There's ones that you got to light.
No, I want the ones that I throw down and boom, and I get smoke.
Okay, those take a little more time to make. They cost a little bit more. It's gonna So the Shire Fire things, I don't want to get in trouble here. It's gonna cost me some money to make this thing, and I can't ask a lot of questions. I'm gonna leave it down there when they're doing the cleaning and stuff and stealing stuff. It's gonna be about 20 gold pieces each.
20 gold pieces each?
Yeah, well, you want it, you don't want it. That's fine. This is illegal stuff, my friend. Hey, the risk is all mine, not yours, right? This is kind of like what you're looking at here. And a smoke bomb, the problem is that you're inside a keep. They're not going to want you to have these kind of things inside a keep. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. If we make an arrangement, I can make these for you. And are you an adventuring party? Do you plan on leaving this keep?
Yeah. Okay. But you know what I can do then?
This is something where I can meet you on the road and hand this off to you, or put it in some tree outside in an empty hole. You go pick it up, because I don't feel like if I'm making this, I don't want this handed out inside the keep. They're thinking I'm planning on taking over the fortress with my
not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, we're probably going to be adventuring. I can meet you outside the keep the day after tomorrow, but I don't know if I can spend that much. I tell you what, if you could get me 3 smoke bombs,
okay,
and 3 of those
Shire Fires,
yeah, and do you have caltrops, or do I need to talk to somebody else about that?
Yeah, talk to the Smitty about that. I don't do metal work.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. And I don't need nothing to do with it. He might call that jewelry. He might not want anything to do with it.
I get you. So I tell you what, if you give me 3 of each,
right,
I'll give you 100 gold.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Not tomorrow night, the night after.
You got it.
2 nights. Okay.
Well, you got this night, and you got tomorrow night, and it's the next day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Next day. And where are we meeting?
We are going to meet. Well, if you don't want to meet in the keep, we can meet. About half a mile down the road towards the caves?
Okay. Not that I'm saying you're dishonest, but I need a retainer.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're dishonest either, but you have an opportunity to get 100 gold, so.
Yeah, but I'm saying like half now, half when I show what's product. I gotta pay for all this.
This is your business opportunity.
I gotta buy all this stuff to put this together. I don't have this kind of money on me. I have to pay to keep mouths closed, so people don't talk about what I'm doing here. This is illegal stuff. I'd be in so much trouble. I used to have to leave the keep and actually go to a different town. I'm definitely gonna have to make my. It's just I can't be here buying this stuff. They're gonna be very suspect. I'm probably gonna have to leave and go.
So how much are you asking for right now?
Half?
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm going to have to make travel. I can't be here. This is not going to, I'm going to have to go over to Hamlet and pick this stuff up. I can't, there's no way, this keep is way too small for me to pick up this kind of product. It's going to get around. I bought this here. I have to literally right now, if you want me to get this thing, I have to get on a horse and go to Hoblet tonight through the Borderlands, which is never a good thing. Pick this stuff up, make it, and bring it back. I have to do a lot of work here. I mean, either way. I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm out of the deal, if you're not going to at least spend the money for me to do this, because it's going to cost me at least 3 hours travel by night on a horse, and then whatever it's going to take to put this thing together. I'll be back. I said, this is my. I always come back here. I'm always selling here.
I give them 50 gold pieces.
All right.
So I'm down 78.
So he tells you right now. He says, "You made a smart move. You're going to like this stuff.
Well,
if you want to get away, this is how you get away. Trust me."
If I like it, I'll buy more.
This is what I'm telling you right now. You don't tell anybody you got it from me.
I will not tell a word.
And that little Finnegan, you don't tell him that you got anything from him, because he will shoot you in a heartbeat. That little guy. Don't trust him.
I understand.
Right? So do you want any other things that I hear? You want a timepiece or something? You looking for a watch or something? How about this dagger? He has this old rusty dagger. He's just trying to sell you anything on the street. He clearly is.
No,
he goes,
that's what I want. And if you come through, this may be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Okay, all right. Well, this is what I'll do. I'm going to leave right now tonight. If anybody's looking for me, tell them my aunt's sick over in Hamlet. I had to go see her. Just tell her you were talking to me, and you said that there's some kind of mandrake root you can give someone if they have a certain cough and it can help them. So you're going to have to help lie a little bit. Just say you ran into me and talked to me for a smidge, right?
Okay.
My aunt, her name's Madge.
Madge the aunt. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's I met Shavis. He's really nice guy. Tell his aunt was sick, had a horrible cough, and I was telling him some kind of mandrake you could make into a tea, and everything's fine. And and I think about it was like, once again, like I said, don't tell Finnegan you talked to me.
You got it.
He will flip you in a heartbeat. How many times he tried to get me in trouble?
Yeah, gotcha.
So at this point, he kind of like he just kind of makes it look like he's tipping a hat when he has no hat. And he goes walking off into the distance. Like
gotcha.
He kind of goes off this way. He's going to go out towards the front.
Yeah.
So they're all looking at him here because he turns around. Here's the stables. He gets his horse, comes over here, and they're like, "Are you leaving at night?" Or they're just asking him, the front guards. So the front guards are in their discussion with him as Cyrus, the front gate sergeant, and obviously Binford's tough archer, standing there and asking where he's going, all that stuff. And he says, "I just got word of my Aunt Manny." So he's like, run down a list of things. And so they kind of like, all right, so they kind of let him go, and he kind of goes off this way. Going this way is better than this way. This way it goes to the caves. This way is away from the caves. So he's much better off in that direction, if that makes any sense, right?
Gotcha.
So what's Lanwean going to do now?
Lanwean's going to wander over to where the temple is. Kind of wander over where the guild house is.
Okay.
And then kind of wander up to the temple.
What is a guild house? What is a guild house?
The guild house is where where guild members get to stay. It is a really generally you have the different guilds. Like you might have the bakers, you might have the blacksmiths, you might have merchants, especially for selling things.
That's what I thought it was, but I'm gonna let you know this thing was as far as a guild house, it's no longer a quote-unquote guild house. It became a barracks. Okay. Filled with soldiers due to the increase in frequency of bad stuff happening over at the caves of chaos. So all the rooms have been sort of converted, and you can see there's soldiers with bustles and go back and forth, but it's not a guild house as you know it. Because, So it's basically been kind of modified given the circumstances and the activity of the caves, right? So he walked over.
Off the guild.
These places are all closed down right now. It's evening.
Sure.
And he does see the guards towards the inner wall. Mm-hmm. They look like they have really nice armor on, more than the guys in the town guards. And as you walk by them, they don't even smile or nothing. They don't even wave. You walk by, they just sort of completely ignore him, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So as it goes on, here's a question: what time do you want to stop? It's been an hour, so I don't know if you want to stop. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, sorry. It's fun.
I was thinking of maybe him trying to climb the wall and get into the other side and go listen, but it'd probably not be a good thing.
No, but he could do it. I just can't do it tonight. We'll do it another
Yeah, I
time.
know.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just want to.
why don't we stop here? Because
Okay.
I was going to see if I could maybe hide in the shadows and then climb the wall. Well,
So I'm going to leave you.
yeah,
You're going to be outside the chapel.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a time. The time is now 10 o'clock p.m. Okay, so it's kind of dark.
Okay.
There's, of course, guards along the watchtower all the way around. Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of the guards that will come out. Here's the youngest of all the guards, Ellsworth. He'll come out now and then. He actually stands in the street. So Ellsworth is in the street. They usually have one guy kind of like marauding the street, just walking around. It's Ellsworth. Okay.
Okay.
So he's the street guard. Okay. So he's doing his thing. So you're probably either going to run into him or not run into him based on a hint. Why don't you take your hidden check now? Let's see if you're noticed by him. Just out of curiosity. You want to do it? Go ahead.
Sure.
So this is hide in shadows. You should be able to beat that. What is it? You got to roll with nothing, right?
Hide in shadows for Lanwean is a 9.
Oh yeah, roll it.
Did not do it.
You failed it.
So this night, so basically, Lanwean just goes, "Oh hey, how you doing? Hey, hi."
So at this point, the town guard's Ellsworth walks up and he goes, "Who are you?"
I just going for a stroll. Just came in. Do you know where that?
You only have a curfew.
Hmm?
You have a curfew. It's not. You can't be out here past 9.
Oh,
10 o'clock at night. You got to be back in the inn.
what is your name?
You're not a resident, right?
What is your name?
Ellsworth.
Ellsworth. Thank you so very much. Could you direct me back to that inn then?
Yeah, I'll walk you to the inn. I don't have a problem with it.
You are so kind.
So he turns around and he got his stance where he's kind of looking at you the whole time.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, you're I see that your clothes are kind of dirty. You ever thought about washing them? Because you did, because you did slaughter a bunch of stuff and get a lot of blood on them. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
it's really not armor, right?
Yeah. Ellsworth, I'm telling you,
He's
you're one smart cookie.
He says your skin looks really, really clean, but somehow your clothes are really, really dirty. It doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. You should become a detective. You're a sharp guy, I'm telling you.
Well, I try my best. I guess I'm just master of the obvious.
You are one bright fellow. I think you're wasting your time just walking around with a spear.
Are you going to pickpocket this guy, or are you going to pickpocket this guy? You're going to let him go. He's going to start. You're going to start it with the town guard.
No.
Yeah, with the guard, it'll be horrible, man.
I'm gonna go back to the inn and
pays for the night room.
Yeah, that's it.
But he walks with you. He takes you back all the way over, and there's the back entrance to the inn. He comes in, and of course, there's Jonas and Millie. Jonas is still up.
Yeah.
He sees you, and he goes, "Weren't you just dressed really nice? Why are you putting those clothes on?" You get a bath and look real nice. Now you're dressed like you're. What were you doing? I'm just curious.
Just I was just going for a stroll. But thanks for being such a good host, Jonas. You have a good night. Good night, Millie.
Ellsworth gives this look to Jonas like this. Like that. And Jonas goes, yeah, okay. So they both kind of did this nod thing a little bit, and he says, "All right, Mr. Lanwean, if you have a wonderful evening, why don't you take a good take some time off, go ahead and sleep. The morning has a lot to offer itself." And he says, if I was you, one of your friends was making a lot of noise upstairs just now. I just heard like moaning and stuff like that. I guess I have no idea what's going on, but it sounds like he's sick. Does he need might need to see the apothecary tomorrow. Go ahead and see Deborah at the apothecary. He doesn't sound well. I'm just letting you know. She's pretty good at what she does. I don't know what to do about that, but she's not here now. She'll be up in the morning. I mean, pretty much all these places, the owners live in the top floor of their establishment. So I'm just, she's an old, wonderful woman, but I'm letting you know right now that your friend doesn't sound right. Something's wrong.
Yeah, and I think my friends up there trying to take care of them. But thank you so much for hospitality. And yeah, we'll go talk to Deborah in the morning.
Stop metagame. Didn't Dale get scared by the eye too?
But Dale, but he made his save.
That's
And that's
right.
when he came back in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So that's kind of where where we're going to put our story for tonight.
Sure.
Well, it's been fun. I'm glad we're kind of scooting around in the town here. But yeah. Like this morning, just kind of letting you know, I was at work. It was like in the afternoon. I was just done grading. I said I'm going to start I got to put some people in this thing. You know, it's funny. This is one of my biggest complaints. See the size of this book? Like it's massive, right?
It's huge.
Right? They have no names. I mean, they'll say the butcher, they'll say this, they'll say that, but they don't give you names for these things. So you have to kind of like look this stuff up and try to figure out what's going on. You know, it's just kind of like, and I always thought it was a weird thing by Gygax who really wanted you to have this part of it, but didn't really give you the stuff to kind of do certain parts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe because wasn't it that was like the first module you got in the basic D&D game?
No, the first one was In Search of the Unknown. I have
you're right.
In Search of the Unknown was the first one, and then they put B2 in there, B1, and the reason why is they didn't want to pay the guy Mike Carr. Like, it was like 10 cents a game because his module was in it.
Oh wow!
So that's why Gygax wrote the Keep on the Borderlands. Actually, the Keep on the Borderlands is a stellar module for play. I mean, it almost seems like when you're playing and just kind of putting it out there, you need a home base to come back and screw around and meet some characters, then go back and do your slaughtering, then come back. Rap and Othik, when we were playing it, and I mean, I would love to do that. The boys love that module. The problem is that you have to have a home base, or it just feels like all you do is a day-to-day grind. You need to come back and lick your wounds and get yourself back together. And you guys actually met the guy, Odin Bristleback.
Yeah.
So he's actually he's in there from the quote unquote Rap and Othik. He became the tag post for going on adventures, which really kind of works for that module. Just kind of letting you know. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, this is kind of fun. I'm having fun with this. This is the part that Brent loves this part, but he's not here. And I don't know all the parts, but the thing about it is he likes when you screw around in town and try to get in trouble.
Yeah.
He ran around with Lamek doing a bunch of stuff, but Lamek, he wouldn't rob anybody. He was too worried about getting caught. You get caught, then you're on your own, man.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with these 5 golden rings.
Yeah, you got to find out what it's worthwhile to find. What you ought to do,